Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Dow Jones this morning? So looking at the 4-hour, a couple of things. For the next couple of weeks, we're going to be focusing on a different strategy. It's one that I've put together that I use quite extensively. So we'll just call it the Delegaf strategy. Essentially, it is a moving average strategy of a 9 and 26 smooth moving averages, coupled with levels and with two stochastics and a momentum index in a Bollinger Band. So, as we move along, you'll understand how I use all these components together. So for the first thing, we're on the 4-hour, and I spoke about this last week where this was looking very much like a consolidation pattern, and what we were waiting for was either a double bottom, which is essentially what we got, or alternatively a higher low. Okay, now it is a holiday in China at the moment, so this gap up here is being done on very low volumes. So I would like to see us come back into this area here, pretty much around the gap close, which is the 26,500 area, which would give me an indication that we can get long, because that would be a retest of the breakout at the same time, as well as a gap close. So that would give me some confidence that we have a potential move to the upside. But again, this may run because it's jumped based on the news that China has announced that they're reducing some tariffs. Okay, so let's just get down to the half hour. And well, actually, before we do that, let me just show you what we're looking for here. So essentially, when these stochastics all group together, so it's two different stochastics, right? So one is a 955 and the other one is obviously a 2655, and both of them are also smoothed. Okay, so they tie up with the moving averages pretty much. And the momentum is just a standard momentum index of 14. Now, when all these stochastics group together, and we are on the top of the Bollinger Band, or even better, if we are out the Bollinger Band like this over here, okay, that is an indication that we need to look for a selling opportunity. And you can see the selling opportunity came in. There was a engulfing bar and sort of a consolidation pattern, and we could move down. Okay, and ultimately you're looking for levels as well. This blue line at the top here at 26,739 is the previous all-time high, so we would expect that to be tagged again. Okay, so, and the Bollinger Band here work exactly the same way. You can see how we are in a squeeze, and now we've opened up. So, we're on the move. Okay, so I wouldn't chase this at this level. I'm pretty much going to wait down the bottom here. If you look on the 30-minute, have a look at the stochastics all grouped together. Okay, we sort of popped out above the Bollinger Band there. I can't maximize that, but you can see slightly, just ever so slightly, we're above the Bollinger Band here. So that is an indication that we are potentially coming back down. Okay, so ideally what you're looking for is a turn, another grouping, and preferably come down to a level. Now remember, as far as levels go, there is a level. Okay, there is another level. That's kind of a neckline of inverse head and shoulders. And then obviously you have the gap as another level. And the gap lines up with the 200 moving average here. Okay, so what you'll notice with this strategy as well is when these two moving averages move apart and prices moving away from the moving averages, normally you get a rollover. Okay, so two things. Again, not interested in any shorts on this market. I'm only looking for longs. So as far as I'm concerned, shorts are still scalps, and I'm looking for a entry pretty much to get us our second move of this leg here. So This leg here is 800 points. So I'm looking for an entry for an 800 point swing trade. Okay, so that's pretty much what I'm looking for at the moment. And hopefully that will come during the European Open. But I do suspect we pull back ever so slightly because with very thin volumes, with a lot of Asia, or most of Asia closed, I have no idea who would be trading us at the moment. But anyway, so we've got basically Australia and New Zealand that are open at the moment, and Japan. But the rest of Asia is closed. Okay, so I'm looking for a pullback, and at that pullback, I'm looking for a long entry. So what is that pullback? It could potentially be 26,570, okay? Or alternatively, it could just go sideways for the whole day, and then at the US Open, then turn, sort of consolidate and continue moving to the upside. I do suspect that we will bounce off 26,740, okay? Because that is a previous all-time high. And then we have the current all-time high just above it, which is 26,800. Okay, so this zone up here is going to be fairly significant as well. And if I just drill down to the hour, you can see how on the hour we are outside the Bollinger Bands. We are starting to group. We haven't grouped yet. We're starting to group. We do have some tails here of some buyers, sellers stepping in. So you ideally want to see a pullback. And you can see here what I mean by stepping out the Bollinger Band was our first warning. We didn't have a grouping. Grouping was over here and the crossover. And you can see the diversions as well. So it's Bollinger diversions here as well as normal diversions. So that is an indication that there is a warning. Basically, the first one was your warning, but you're always want to wait for your second signal. Okay, and it rallied a bit and then fell off. And that was your second signal. There's your inside bar. And long it is. Okay, so I did take this long, but I, like a good boy, took out my profit on this trend line. And now it's oftentimes like this when you look at it and you think, damn, I should have kept it. But I don't leave stuff for the weekend. Okay, the other thing that I want to point out here is this measured move is pretty much over by the looks of things. So this was the move up, this was the pullback. Yeah. And that was the measured move. So that measured move is over. So what you're looking for now is a pullback. You're looking for a consolidation of these oscillators to the downside, and you're looking for us to tag a level. And the level that you need to pick up are going to be these tails to the left. So first level that you need to watch out for will be 26,575. Then you need to look for 26,520. Then you need to look for 26,500. Okay, so that's kind of what you need to watch out for. Yeah, apart from that, there's nothing else that I can point out for you at the moment. And I think what I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to look for an entry long in this area here. So I'm going to put in round gap close. I'm going to put an entry in with a stop loss below this tail here. So pretty much a long entry there with 84 point stop loss. That's kind of what I'm looking for at the moment. So that would be a retest of this consolidation pattern. And to me, well, in my eyes anyway, would be an opportunity to get long again. Okay, so yeah, and obviously, as I said, I'm looking for this second move to continue. So I'm looking for a trade that'll give me sort of 800 points, and it may be similar to this over 3 days. Okay, so anyway, guys, that's my take on the Dow for this morning. Hope it helps. Enjoy your day, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.